Welcome to OFOFO Studio. My guest for today is Sudhakar from Matayo.ai. Matayo offers a whole range of services, including data protection as a service. They also offer services in cyber insurance, penetration testing, digital transformation, and cloud migration. The rest, I'll leave it to Sudhakar. Sudhakar, if you can elaborate on all of that and also tell me about your own personal journey.
Yeah. So so we started this journey in the year 2019. So when we started, like we were looking at from something we want to do it from the cybersecurity space. So in this journey, we had the COVID was there,
Yeah.
and we got a good time to look at what is there in the market. So what we did is we looked at one particular product called a cyber risk assessment, which we call it as sci-fi.
Okay.
That is cyber fitness.
Okay.
So since one of my partner is into Six Sigma, so we thought like what would be the logic to build this cyber risk rating, because today there is no to arrive a premium or any for a cyber insurance. There are so many methodologies are there. We thought like we'll build one kind of a risk rating engine, which will actually help them to be an input for the insurance provider. So we deep dive into it. We looked at different industries, like how banking works and what would be their assets, and what is their they are having, the entire environment, including their organization policies. Like that, we divided into five different set of questionnaires.
Okay.
So the individual organization has to answer those questions, and based on this, the risk rating will be arrived.
Okay.
So to make it more blend into it, what we did is we use Six Sigma logic to it.
Okay.
So which is actually a defined methodology where you can know that what is your risk of the organization. So using that particular risk rating, it will be helpful for the insurance companies and the insurance providers to look at. Based on this, they can arrive the premium. So that was our whole journey started. And slowly, when we started looking at it, when we started looking at the clients, and some clients were basically looking at it, do you provide cloud?
Right.
Do you provide managed services for
Right.
cloud? Do you migrate cloud?
Yeah.
So then we thought like, okay, we are into cybersecurity space, but we don't want to say no to that.
Yeah.
So we entered even into cloud space.
Yeah.
And started managing few clients.
Right.
And by just entering into that space, and we were able to even pitch into our cybersecurity services.
Correct.
So while doing that, we had few products which we are looking for. So we did a lot of innovation. When you say looking at the products, there are few products which we thought like which will be innovative to solve a cybersecurity problem.
Yeah.
So that is where Mata is into it. Now, when it comes to our objective is to not only cybersecurity services, even we would like to focus on the SOC and the NOC, not at the enterprise level. Today, if you look at it, the bottom line is no, the people are not having that much cybersecurity landscape to them.
Correct. Correct.
So we want to
Particularly for
build from bottom to top. So
Right.
already there are top 5 to 6 people are already catering to the enterprise section,
Yeah.
but nobody is focusing on the bottom.
Exactly.
So in that way, that ensure ATS is evolved. So focusing mostly on the cybersecurities, knock and sock, complementing this whatever that we did for Mata. That's what is our journey so far.
That's amazing. I mean, can you tell me? So when you talk about insurance, right? That's a completely different world from just doing like plain cloud digital transformation or migration. How do you do one to support the other, or is it something that goes on complementary?
Okay, insurance is entirely different. So
Right.
this has evolved recently because of the Data Protection Act that Government of India has started. The Parliament has passed this.
Yeah.
So we thought like that could be the game changer right now. So, and that is the reason we started introducing data protection as a service. So where we have few products embedded into it. Either you can pick up each individual product as per your need,
Right.
or you can bundle, take all the products together, and that is one way. And the second thing is, when you're talking about cyber insurance, so through insurance also we can embed these five products as part of the policy.
Okay.
So the main reason is, like, the risk will get reduced,
Correct.
and the premium may come down. So after using these products, so because we have covered, all the 360-degree, problem statement of cyber security, right from your network penetration till your, compliance.
And
So if you really look at it, ensure it is, that is what it is. We say the tag is a concept to compliance.
correct.
So
So,
that's
and
it.
you also manage the relationship between the company and the insurance provider, right?
Yeah, we act as a middleman between the the client and the insurance provider, because today some companies are interested in taking in cyber insurance,
They don't
but
understand.
they don't understand internally, like, am I being covered everything, right? And we help them, in that, putting a proper verbiage to it, proper coverages, and use it. Everything is been based on their environment, based on their risk. We identify this could be the right policy, this could be the right coverages that you have to take it up.
Right.
So that is what is our role as part of it, the cyber insurance. We act as a middleman between the insurance providers as well as to the client.
Got it. So you mentioned the five products that you take care of in order to, like, build a credible cyber security posture for the companies. Let's go through these products one by one.
Yeah, okay. So now I have got five products here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you can see New Ray, New Shield, Actifile, Xeron 6, and X-Rater. So now basically why I said 360 degree is, New Ray is a, zero trust network. So that means, like, it is basically mostly based on the network, right? Your entry or an intrusion,
Right.
or your network protection is being taken care here
Okay.
by using this product. So the first problem is the entry. There is a restriction. There is a protection to your network.
Right.
It works even in a hybrid model. Okay, even I go anywhere in the world, my policy will remain same. So that is what is about New Ray. Okay. Now coming back to the next two products, Newshield and Actifile. So now, if you generally look at it today, the most of the cyber attacks are happening. There are only, the hackers has got two objectives. One is they encrypt your data and ask demand for a ransom pay. Then the second one is they will threaten you, saying that about the data breach. Right. I'm going to leak all the personal data of your client information. Right. So that solves these two problems. So now NeoShield is an innovative product. It is an anti-ransomware product. Now, if this has been installed in this, your entire, environment, okay, can be, recovered within 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and most of the ransomware products, whatever you have seen so far, right now, has will work based on signature based. If the signature is not matching, then automatically the attack is going to happen.
What
But
does that mean?
so all these endpoint protection, all these ransom recoveries are based on signature. Now hacker will have their own algorithms to attack, right? So those we call as signature. So the endpoint protection, all these, ransomware or anti-ransomware, antiviruses, they have their own databases which will match to the signature. That is the reason it will block.
Makes sense.
Okay, but here it is irrespective of anything, whether it is a zero-day attack or an unknown ransomware, it will still recover you the data. So now Actifile is something like, it is a data breach. It won't allow you to take your data outside, the organization data outside. Today, that is also the hacker's objective, right? I may steal all your personal data and I will try to threaten you, saying that I want to, to pay for that.
Not just hackers, but also disgruntled
Disgruntled,
employees.
yes. There is so many dark web related activities can also happen. So this will actually prevent you. Now, as a CISO or as a CXO, as a CFO, the next thing is, yes, I have done everything, but the network team, or the, the what do you say, the CISO and the risk officers team, they want to know that, am I safe?
Right.
Is it everything is working properly?
Right.
Okay, how do I monitor? How do I know that is something is happening in my network? So that is what is called as, Xeron 6, which actually a complete, monitoring tool. which will actually have a threat intelligence, which will actually tell you like these are all the the vulnerabilities that has been blocked, and someone is trying to get into your network that has been blocked. So now we are covering the monitoring. Now coming back to accelerator, which is like everything I've done, now where is my compliance rating?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that is a major question, right? All these things you have put all these controls, but how do I rate myself as an organization?
Yeah.
Whether I'm a healthcare company, whether I'm a payment industry company, whether I'm a software company. So there should be certain compliance to it.
Yeah.
So that is what X-Rater is. So X-Rater will actually help you to to know that where your compliance stand, and that will actually help your surveillance audit too.
Got it.
So we are covering right from the three. That is why I said like 360-degree.
Yeah.
Now you can pick up any of these products, or you can pick up all this bundle as one product,
Yeah.
or this can be embedded into a cyber insurance product.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is what is about data protection as a service.
So, I mean, this must make the job very easy for insurance providers, right? Like, just talking to you, and you also give them a score. Is the score an accepted standard by the insurance providers?
Okay, today in the market,
Yeah.
if there are so many rating engines which is not been standardized, there is no
Exactly.
standard at all in the market.
Yeah.
So what we have done is right now, so to at least like someone has to uh, combine to it,
Right.
and
Right.
then arrive a standard like how you have a CIBIL score,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
CIBIL score or a CRISIL score has evolved, right? Someone started putting that effort.
Yeah.
So we want to be kind of a CIBIL score from the cyber insurance side. That is our objective.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Can you tell me something about your customers? Some stories about how some success stories maybe, like how their digital, like, cybersecurity posture improved after engaging with you.
Okay, I think there was, when most of the time, like when we meet clients, right, they think like having an antivirus and a firewall is enough for me
No.
that I am
Yeah.
totally protected.
Right.
And there are two things which is actually that we as an expertise needs to be done. Like there is a lot of awareness should go.
Right.
Why you need a firewall, what firewall is required,
Right.
what is endpoint,
Right.
okay, are you taking regular backups?
Yeah.
So it starts with that awareness. Okay, some people think only three components. Say, I have antivirus, I have a basic firewall, I have a backup mechanism.
Right.
If these three things are there, I'm protected. I don't get any attack.
Mm.
So
But that's not enough.
that is not enough.
Yeah.
That is not enough. So there is a kind of awareness, consulting is required.
Right.
So that nurturing has to be done.
Yes.
So, and people like today, most of the companies won't invest much on the IT. If you
Yes.
really look at it, IT budget is one budget which they're very, say like, okay, no, no, that is okay, because that is not giving any, it's a support model, right?
Correct. Correct.
It is not building you, giving you any revenue to it.
Yeah.
So on top of it, if you add cybersecurity now, nahi, this is too much for me. So this cannot be taken up.
Until
But
the
so
breach happens.
until a breach happens,
Yeah.
so the moment breach happens, then I think they come to us. Yeah, I have got this. Now you tell me what is all the solution. I will do whatever that you want
Right.
to be implemented. And there are certain companies where they are very precaution about it. They are aware of it, and there are certain companies where they are very, on a day-to-day basis. Oh, now today, as soon as I came to my office, and I'm able to log in.
Yeah.
The IT manager or the CISO is, feel like, okay, today my day is gone, so there is no problem at all.
Yeah.
So that kind of feeling of insecurity is still there. Right. With things, I think so these are all the clients. There are few clients which openly say like, I want only these things.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that this is my security posture. These are all the only things, these things. Right. Can you please suggest? Right. So that is one way. There are certain,
What do you suggest in those cases?
in those cases we will ask them, okay, let me, you are saying, but let me just do a gap
Exactly.
analysis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just do a gap assessment. I will figure it out what you want.
Right. Right.
Okay, whether you require or not, that is a second question.
Correct.
But I will figure it out what exactly you are into it.
Correct.
Right. So that is what is majorly important. So and when we do that, then obviously, like, some people may require even a website, a simple website in the company may get attacked, right?
Absolutely.
And the moment the DDoS attack happens, everything is down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the holistic view of it, like different type of customers, and understanding cybersecurity is one thing. Understanding IT security is a big problem today, and we are actually trying to give the awareness. It comes through an awareness. It comes through certain workshops. We want to do more workshops like this, create awareness to them why they require these such solutions. So, and we are also looking at all these products. These products are not that much huge
Right.
investment of cost, but
Right.
if you really look at a reputation of your client or a financial loss, all these things, then definitely you might need to invest in this. Apart from IT, please put some budget
Yeah.
for the IT security going forward.
Yeah.
So you don't know when you will be hacked.
Absolutely. So you mentioned conducting workshops in order to create awareness, right? What happens in these workshops?
Okay, so it depends upon the audience. So there are certain people who are aware of what exactly is required,
Right.
but their management
Right.
might not be interested to put that the budget to it.
Correct.
And how do you do that?
Mhm.
So only through us,
Mhm.
we try to we act as a the CISO may not be able to, or IT manager could not able to express this,
Right.
but we can tell very frankly as a third party,
Yeah.
yeah, this is what is your current posture.
Yeah.
And if you are taking care of all these things, so today you don't have these kind of things which are all gaps,
Yeah.
and these gaps to be filled immediately.
Okay.
So and we will try to bring some examples like what has happened. So few hacking that has happened, few incidents that has happened. So today there is no small big medium at all.
Okay.
By the cyber, then the bad place, they
Right.
are attacking left and right.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
So don't think like it was some 80 years old where you have only the enterprise people getting a cyber attack. Now
Yeah.
today it is there, that is not the case.
Absolutely.
So even a small or a low level people also is getting cyber attacks. So I think that so the work by just doing a risk assessment or a gap analysis,
Mhm.
and now you decide. So this is what it is. Shops are meant for awareness, create awareness,
Mhm.
and looking at, we help them on consulting on the cybersecurity posture, is we say.
Okay.
and that is a slow process today.
Hmm.
It's not only going to happen immediately, because they need to go ahead to the board and take
Right.
the approvals and all
Yeah.
those things. But so most of the IT managers and the CISOs are asking, can you please recommend, can you please also come,
Yeah.
along with us, present to our board.
Right. Right.
So in those cases, yes, of course, so we have an upper hand there,
Yeah.
because as a third party I can talk,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But the CISO cannot talk like you have all these problems.
Yes. Yeah.
So that will actually, he will be insecure in that.
Correct.
So we can talk as a third party openly, and this is what is going to happen for you. Then actually we are just complementing the CISO to getting support, and then ensuring that they are taking care of the cyber security.
So when you're talking to the board, you're trying to get executive buy-in, right?
Yes.
What are some bare essentials from here that you pitch? Right? Let's say that they've got a very tight budget, but you want them to be more secure, but you cannot sell or make them understand the idea that they need to have all of these in place.
Yes.
What are the absolute bare minimums that they need to take care of, and what do you start with?
Okay. So typically, what I would recommend is a good firewall.
Okay.
When you say a good firewall, it should contain all the 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 major things like web filtering, okay, blocking,
Yeah.
IDS, IPS. So that is one firewall they might need to invest, maybe around 1.5 to 2 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the second part is your backup, right? So as per the NIST is a one standard, so which it says like you should have backup in 3 different locations.
Okay.
So ideally we recommend you to be there, take a copy in your local,
Mhm.
that means like in cloud or local, then take in an external device.
Okay.
So that is a basic thing that you should have. Okay. Then once you have done this, then your entire applications, if you are having your own internal applications, put a proper IT security policy framework. We
Okay.
do that we do create policies. We help them to create what needs to be done, how you're in, identity access management, privilege access management. We help them. We configure that, like the simple multi-factor authentication, right? Any access that you do into a network or your login or anything, multi-factor authentication. It is always like, even though I am doing it, again it requires a double confirmation. I am logging in. I am doing it. So that is why, that is a major important thing. Okay. Now and once this is done, then you go, this is a minimum requirement that anybody should have: a firewall, a good firewall, backup policy, proper identity access management and privilege access management. And uh, and uh, uh, and and more important is, it is your internal, you know team, internal employees should aware of cyber security. The cyber awareness is very very much important today. Whatever you do protection, so even someone says 100% security, I'm 100% security, I will not agree. Today there is no 100% security. All attacks, whatever is happening today, it is 99% is because of human error. Okay. So how do you avoid that? It is basically, you need to conduct, an internal awareness program to them. Hey, don't share your password. Please log out from your, whenever you come out of it, please log out. So there are certain do's and don'ts which each and every individual, it is a responsibility of employee to, not only the IT manager. The employee also has got some responsibility to take care of it. So that is more important. Awareness to the internal community as well as to the internal teams is very much important. That will actually improve your protection layer, because you have built technology, people process technology, right? So people are aware of what should be done, what should not be done, and you have a technology which will actually take care of your entire thing. And you have defined a policy, which is a process, right? So if these things has been taken care, I think this is a minimum thing that is required. One is, I summarize: firewall, backup, identity access management and privilege access management, then cybersecurity awareness. So that is majorly limited. If these five are done, then at least, like, you have started with 60% of it.
Let's say I've got like little more budget, right? I want to go from 60 to 80%. What more can I include?
Then you look at, the rest of the things, like your BCPDR, business continuity. What happens if something got attacked and or a natural disaster happened? Then how do you make that instance up? How quickly that you will do?
Right.
So that is one more thing that you might need to focus. That could be the next level, BCPDR. Then enhance your system with a better, bring down your efficiency, like recovery times. And instead of you putting 10 15 people into it for all those IT related thing, try to when I say automate, put some products to it, like anti ransomware, data leak prevention, data loss prevention. So those kind of products now. So we can you can look at it. Now once this is done, now the first one which I said 60%, now we are bringing it to 80%. Now we can say to the client, hey, now you got 80%. Now you have, as per the industry standards, you are eligible for ISO 27001.
Yes.
Okay, you are eligible for a GDPR now. Okay, that will actually motivate to the organization. Yeah, certified is always makes organization, to go to the next three levels.
Absolutely.
Today most of the companies are asking, are you ISO certified 27001? Why? Because if you have implemented that, all this 80% is covered there. They know that it is covered everything. So that is one more thing, motivation to the organization at the after completing an 80 percentage. You get into all this kind of compliances. If you are a payment company, go with the PCADSs. So we help them even in consulting, also on those lines.
Okay. So, what are other compliances specific for certain industries that people should be aware of? So, you like you have HIPAA
Okay.
for healthcare,
Yeah.
and like ISO 27001 if you're into finance.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay, now ISO 27001 is a standard for
It's a
anybody.
standard, okay.
Anybody can take it up. So that is a once you have that, it is like your entire infrastructure, or your entire environment is being taken care of that. Now PCA DSS is for the payment or any kind of banking
Right.
financial
Yeah.
kind of companies. Then you have a HIPAA. HIPAA is majorly for the healthcare sector. So that is one. So then we have certain certifications even for the risk management, separate for you know for risk management too. So, and I think these are all major things if that has been covered. Now, data protection, the Data Personal and Data Protection Act is coming up now.
Yeah.
I think now it will override the GDPR now in
Yeah.
India.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what is going to happen.
Right. Have you received a lot more queries since the bill has been passed?
Yeah, I'm getting some few queries,
Mm-hmm.
but still, it's still in the framework, and the governing body is yet to be done here.
Mhm.
So by the government. So once that has been done, I think we have not started penetrating to the market now.
Yeah.
So we understand like data protection is going to be a major game changer in the cybersecurity space in India.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Right. So, what's in the product roadmap? What can we expect in the future?
So we, as per the company roadmap, what we our objective is basically we started with our own rating engine.
Mhm.
Now we want to serve SOC and knock
Okay.
for the low level and the medium level market.
Yeah.
Because there is a huge opportunity there which we see, and I think to build that, for what we started doing is we started doing a cybersecurity training programs. So because we looked at saying that in order to have my own SOC
Yeah.
to be built, and I think I need to you know put my people in place. So
Right.
because I want to teach them as per my experience.
Right.
And we know that in the market there are so many people are there in the as a SOC analyst, as a cybersecurity advisories. But what we want to do is we want to build our own cyber army.
Okay.
Okay, so our objective is by this next year, we should be in a position to have 250 cyber army where they can protect the data of the organization.
Mhm.
If possible, if we can support even the government also. So that is what is our roadmap, and we are doing now training sessions. Now we have started the training programs, and it's not only a theoretical, we are going entirely into a practical mode.
Nice.
So
Nice.
and the guy has to work for 6 hours in the classroom.
Wow.
So 2 hours is basically like he will do the exercise here, and we want to put another 4 hours to somewhere, go to Reliance Fresh,
Yeah.
or go to some small bank and find out what vulnerabilities are there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So then you go ahead and recommend them, hey,
Yeah.
I found these are all some of the things.
Correct.
Can you please look into this? I
Yeah.
can help you on this.
Yeah.
So that is where actually we are building this kind of people, so that right from day one they are you know they are into cybersecurity from day one.
Right.
And the second beauty of this training program is once they have done all these exercises on day to day and their assignments are completed, we are going to divide into two teams, the red team and the blue team. The red team is a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
He keeps on attacking.
Yeah.
I will create one environment to both of them.
Right.
This red team will actually bombard,
Yeah.
and the blue team has to protect that.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that means these 10 people who are actually doing,
Right.
they know that how attack is happening, what are all the things that I can do, what are all the payloads that I can do. Now blue team has to protect that.
Right.
Okay, and this is our a model that we have built. Okay, now cybersecurity training is full of 20%, 25% is only theoretical. Concepts can be learned anywhere in the online right now.
Right.
But people are struggling to have a practical exposure today.
Yeah.
So that is where we decided saying that 75% practical, 25% on the theoretical part.
Got it. Got
So and so that I know that now once this team is built, now I can build my own SOC centers.
it. Yeah.
So we are planning to have SOC centers in Hyderabad,
Mm-hmm.
Trivandrum,
Mm-hmm.
Goa, and Bangalore. So to start with, so at least in if one batches, if I'm able to get some 10 to 12 people, then my SOC team is ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now once the SOC team is ready, then automatically, I can focus on the bottom line, what we
Right.
have.
Right.
So start, you know, asking the client, saying that I will provide you the SOC services for you. So when you say SOC, it is people will be thinking, oh, huge
Yeah.
investment, but
It's not.
we want to go in a very efficient and a cost effective manner.
Right. Right.
So that is what is our plan in the roadmap as a company.
Perfect. How can people get in touch with you? How do they reach out to you?
So we have, you can, we have an inquiry even in the both the websites Matayo.ai.com as well as intricacies.com.
Mm-hmm.
So there are already mobile numbers are available.
Mm-hmm.
For training purpose, we have another portal called Cyber Options,
Mm-hmm.
where all the numbers have been given. LinkedIn,
Yeah.
I'm very much active in LinkedIn,
Okay.
so people can reach me on the LinkedIn too.
Perfect. Sudhakar, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
coming
Thanks.
in.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks.